Simulation Basketball Association. It is your boy Kamish Moolah. We are here live for this playoff action. Hapoel Tel-Aviv taking on the #1 seeded Olimpia Milano here in game 2. Hapoel Tel-Aviv is up 1 game. And let's see if Hapoel Tel-Aviv can pull off the upset of the year. I don't think nobody expected Hapoel Tel-Aviv to get a win, but they did, and now they're making things very interesting because here at home, Hapoel Tel-Aviv has a chance to shock the world. Noti gang in the building, yes sir. The Noti gang is filling up, man. I don't know. Guys is tuned into this playoff action. Noti gang filling up very quickly. Let's go ahead and make sure these settings is right, guys, for this playoff action here. Do I sound good, guys? Let me know. I gotta turn myself up or something. Okay, cool. I like the way that sound. Zanati in the building. Baba TV. Rico Roche. Oh yeah. SBA turn me up. Can I get a hashtag our league in the chat? Yes sir. At the tip off, HTA leading by 1. Pharaoh Reigns in the building. Yes sir. Notification gang. Therese. Shady McGrady starts the game off for the 3. Decent. Beautiful pass to DJ, but he misses it and slams it home just to make sure he put it down the second time. Big shout out to my guy DJ Watts. That guy DJ Watts is a problem, I'm telling you. If Milano plays through DJ Watts, they're going to do some good things. Hapoel Tel-Aviv right there. Tyon looking to be aggressive with Wendell. Nice move by Tyon, just off the mark. Tyon looking to up it in this game. Wasn't happy about his last performance. Looking to be in attack mode in this one. Wendell Fields off the screen. Pick and pop. Cole Cardwell. Give me 2. No good. Love the play call right there. Just poor execution right there. Cole Cardwell has to knock that one down. Tyon Nickerson with the rock. He has Jamal Giddey on him. Giddey's been a problem in this series. Game 1 was all Jamal Giddey. Let's see if it could be more of the same here in game 2. Keith with the good defensive effort there. Gotta love it. Cole Cardwell out to Jamal Giddey. Mr. Giddey working on Party Time. Giddey step back 3. Party Time can't close out in time. And Jamal Giddey says, give me 3. 5-2 in favor of Hapoel Tel-Aviv. PV trying to answer right back, and PV does. Party Time Patrick Vince did not like Jamal Giddey sending 3 his way, so he sends 3 right back. Gotta love it here. OT1 playoff action has been turned all season long. I've been liking what I'm seeing. Wendell trying to skip through that lane, but Tyon with a far better defensive effort on that one. DJ Watts in the paint. Slows it down though. A lot of defenders around him. PV, give me 3. No. Off the mark. Keith with the rebound. Now it's Fields bringing it up the floor. Shout out to my guy Ariel Severio in the building. Giddey to Keith. Looks like they sent something up for Wendell. Open look from the midi. Swiss cheese, nothing but net. 5-7 in favor of HTA. We have us a game early. Both of these teams looking to get it going, get some things flowing, get the juices flowing offensively, and I like what I'm seeing here. Some good action here early. Miss right there from DJ Watts. Rebounded by Keith. Keith to Fields. Fields to Shady McGrady. McGrady trying to work on Roden. McGrady getting deep in, but Roden with the good defense, forcing them to pass it out. Now I want to reset Fields. Wants a screen. Fields, another decent mid-range look off the screen, and Wendell Fields cashing the check again. Tyon with it. Can Tyon respond? Let's see. Let's see how Tyon can respond. Gets it to PV. PV with the rock. PV off the screen now. Patrick Vince. Ooh. Good idea there. Poor execution, though. And it's a turnover. Wendell Fields. The Codwell. Codwell in that lane. And Codwell finishes strong over Rubens Pessoa. Roden with the rock. Roden trying to get a free man off of those double down screens right there. Pessoa now with it in the post. Pessoa trying to work on Caldwell. Caldwell with the good defensive effort though. Pessoa goes for the shot, clinks off the glass. Ew. Shady McGrady gets it up the Fields. Fields throws the alley. And good defense from Rubens Pessoa. As McGrady was trying to slam that thing home. Tyon with the rock. Tyon to Pessoa. Pessoa down to DJ Watts. He has a mismatch, and that is baby food right there. Jamal Giddey on DJ Watts. That is an easy 2. 11-7 in favor of Hapoel Tel Aviv. Malik Brooks checking in. Shout out to my guy Malik Brooks and Hapoel Tel Aviv with a turnover right there. Ew. What was that, guys? Got to play a little smoother than that, man. Christian Ross leading all users in points here in this postseason. Of course, man, see Ross having himself a night in that last matchup to tie things up against CBC. And just Christian Ross, shooter of the year. You know how talented that kid is. And Tyon delivering a dime right on the money for Rubens Pessoa on that alley-oop right there. Tyon just such a smooth point guard, man. I think Fields, you know, the tough perimeter defense of Fields. Fields a pretty quick guy. I think he's been giving Tyon a little trouble from the scoring department, but Tyon, such a heady point guard, doesn't really force things a lot and definitely can find his teammates. So nice pass in transition, but Patrick Vince off the mark in transition. No good. 11-9 still in favor of Tel Aviv, and they keep letting this guy Wendell Fields pick them apart from that mid-range area. And if they continue that, they're going to be in for a long night. Michael Simmons checking in. Seen Michael Simmons put the defending champs away last night. Big shout out to my guy Magic Michael Simmons, man. Shout out to my guy J.O. checking in as well. Hapoel Tel Aviv calling timeout. 2-point lead, and they're trying to keep it that way. They don't want Milano to start to wake up. Can't blame them on that one. We know how dangerous Milano can be. So you definitely want to get as much breathing room as you can and make sure that you can continue to keep that momentum. Been loving the effort from Hapoel Tel Aviv in this series, though. Really been loving the effort, for real. Tyon sounded like a far better teammate in this one. Definitely must be in good spirits. He was going crazy in the chat last time when these guys were losing, when they lost game 1. Now he seems to be taking things up. Got it back after almost turning it over, trying to be flashy with the pass, but then delivers a dime afterwards and gets the assist anyway. And of course, Giddey led the league in assist. So this guy is no stranger to those dimes there. Big shout out to my guy Jamal Giddey, our assist leader of OT1, man. Jamal Giddey, man, this kid can mix it up. Fantastic playmaker at that shooting guard position, but also can give you a bucket, man. Has that funny, awkward-looking form, but boy, does that thing go in. Good shot right there from Carney. Carney been helping Olimpia Milano all season long, man. Key role player, him and Dean. Really been looking good for Olimpia Milano. Verney to Morris. Morris to Jamal Giddey. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot from the center off the mark, and Carney with the rebound. Carney pushing it up the floor, trying to see what he has. Carney wants to screen from Morris. Mid-range shot from Carney. Good look, but that is off the mark. Milano now trying to you know, find their range from that little mid-range spot there. Can't blame him, man. In these playoffs, 2 is 2. Got to get them how you live it. It's hard to come by any good shot, so that mid-range game gets a bit enticing here in the postseason. Carney bringing up the rock. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. And Hapoel Tel-Aviv still looking good, man. They're here at home with a chance to close it out. And I think that they're, you know, still doing a very good job keeping it in their striking range, you know. Olimpia Milano they're keeping Olimpia Milano at bay, and we've seen that work in their favor in this first game. Jamal Giddey off from the three-point line. That was another decent look right there. Milano can't afford to keep giving him those kind of looks, because if he can warm up from there, just like last game, he's going to give you a lot of trouble. Kennard Roden with the rock. Roden sizing up Giddey. Hezzy into the three. And that is why he was the conference player of the year. Kennard Roden just so good. Did you see that move right there? Giddey sizing up Carney now. Oh no, he's sizing up Dean. Matter of fact, pardon me. Blocked. Carney to Dean. Fouled by Verney. And I'm telling you, man, that guy Roden is a problem. Did you guys see that move? That little ISO into the Hezzy, stepped right into the three. Defender closed out, but it just wasn't enough. And, you know, Roden just one of those special guys who could just hit that shot. Nice move right there, up and under, but off the mark. Barker trying to seize what he has. Barker. Don't like that right there. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button. Let me get a hashtag our league. Olimpia Milano, the #1 seed, down right now, down 1-0 in this playoff series to the 4 seed Hapoel Tel-Aviv. Hapoel Tel-Aviv shocking the world, going up 1-0, and now they have a chance to close it out and win in 2-0 fashion. And boy, would that be a story to tell. Hapoel Tel-Aviv sneaking in the playoffs at 4-7 to beat the #1 seed. Can you imagine that, guys? Whoa. Storylines here just creating themselves in this overseas Tour 1 playoffs. It's just an amazing thing to see. Shout out to all my user players in the chat. If you're new here, be sure to tune into our live chat, man. We got a lot of user players, a dope community here in the SBA. If you'd like to join that and be a part of it, man, drop a comment or follow us on IG at SBA.2K. Man, anything is possible. We are simulation. You know how we rocking. Baker off the screen. Baker to Morris. Morris, midi, good. 18-18. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Dead split at 18. Kennard Roden with the rock. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Roden looking to be aggressive. And Roden skipping through that lane for the slam. Roden, the true leader of this team. Every time they need him, or every time they need a crucial basket, they call his number. And the guy's just so consistent, man. Gotta love it. Strickland gets a nice look from 3. But off the mark. Strickland can also knock that down. Big shout out to my guy Eddie B in the chat. Roden trying to go to the hole again. No luck that time, but he gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out. Fields, though, not able to knock that down. Baker to Strickland again. Strickland going to try his luck again. Ew. Strickland with 2 ill-advised. Roden from the half court. Off the mark. 20-18. Milano is going to steal this first quarter away from HTA. HTA did do a good job of keeping them at bay early, but Milano, once they got him in their grasp, they was able to sneak away and win this first quarter. Love the effort from Milano. Let me get those twos in the chat. SBA community, yes sir, turn me up. It's your boy Kamish Moolah in the booth, man. And we've been growing and flowing, fellas. I've been loving how the community has been coming together. I feel like you guys are getting really acquainted with each other, and there's just a lot of respect here in the SBA. I see you guys fool around, and you know, things can get chippy, but I see that you guys have a lot of respect for each other, and I just really appreciate you guys, man, for rocking with us that way and just, you know, holding the league to that standard, man. You know, it's easy to start these leagues up and things go left quick because of the energy in the Discord, but we truly have put something together that is special, man. Everybody, you know, pretty much plays their part. Deep three off the mark from PV. DJ Watts on the board. DJ Watts goes up strong, and Cole Caldwell gets called with the foul. Big shout out to my guy DJ Watts being aggressive and drawing a foul here. I told you, man, when DJ Watts is being aggressive and he's getting good looks, Olimpia Milano is definitely in good hands. First free throw for DJ Watts is up, and it is good. DJ Watts, another, you know, really like one of the anchors of this team here, this Milano team, that veteran presence. You know, he's still on the younger side, not an older guy, but still just has, you know, has some good experience on him and brings a lot to this Milano team. He's always in the gym, always working. He's a Patreon guy. He makes sure to upgrade his guy and be on top of everything needed. And I truly appreciate him as a league member. Big shout out to my guy DJ Watt. Shady McGrady, another league member that we appreciate. Shout out to my guy Tyrese McGrady as well, a user for Hapoel Tel-Aviv, man. This is a pretty creative kid, man, I'm telling you. Go check him out on IG at Tyrese McGrady. Kid got some dope stuff over there on IG. Pretty creative guy. Definitely puts on for our league, an active member. Chops it up in the chat, comes to games. You gotta love it. First free throw is up, and it is no good. Ew. I'm bigging him up, but he's not counting his pennies. Let me get a hashtag count your pennies in the chat. Slicko Mode in the building saying, let's go Milano. My guy Slicko Mode is a Milano fan, I guess. I know he's showing love. Oh wait, he's actually going against Tyrese McGrady, who's a Tracy McGrady build like him. Nice pass from PV to Dean in transition. Dean with a good look from the three-point line, but off the mark. That one could have gave them some well-needed space. Fields with the rock. Fields surveying the floor. Fields off the screen. Gets a decent three-point look. And Fields. Wendell Fields. What a shot. This kid is super tough. And he's really been taking it right to Psycho T all series long. PV with the rock. PV trying to get Psycho T open. They're trying to run something for Psycho T, but Wendell Fields making it tough. Psycho T for three off the screen, trying to answer Wendell Fields back, but off the mark. And Wendell Fields with another chance here to trim this lead. He passes it to Shady McGrady. Nice pick and roll action from the 1 to 3. I like the look right there. Shady McGrady is going to score that over the smaller point guard. 10 times out of 10. Tyon with the beautiful pass. And Tyon showing you that he has the goggles. What a pass. And DJ Watts with 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting. I'm telling you, man, Tyon, a heady point guard, doesn't have to cover the ground all the time by scoring right back. He just plays the game the right way. Plays at a nice pace. And I like when Tyon is in his playmaking bag. Off that pick and roll, he can be very dangerous. Pulls up this time, but off the mark. Tyon has not found his shot yet. He's not taking bad shots. But he's just not able to execute on certain shots that we've seen him hit in the regular season. Keith in the post. Keith, nice move on a smaller Dean. And a beautiful turnaround right there from Keith. Shout out to my guy Juice checking in. He says, Wagwan SBA. My guy OJ Alberg out of Jamaica. Tyon, beautiful pass. An even better execution on a pick and roll right there from Brad James. You gotta love it. I told you, when Tyon is coming off that screen, he's super dangerous because you know he can make that midi, he can hit the three. And then when he got a full head of steam off the screen going to the hole, he's hard to stop. So it's really pick your poison. Keith with another tough basket. And Carl Keith, man, has really been a pleasant surprise for HTA in these playoffs, man. Really picked it up, a lot. And Brad James getting the ball in the interior and imposing his will right there with that slam. Brad James just so tough. So tough. Really huge. Really a big-time effort from him as a role player for Olimpia Milano, if I'm being real with you. This guy, Brad James, is a very good guy to have off the bench for DJ Watts, man. Brad James is maybe not a taller, lengthy guy, but he covers up a lot of space right down there. He's a strong guy, so he be thugging and bugging down low in that paint. Wendell Fields with the rock, gets it to Jamal Giddey. Jamal Giddey passes it over to Tyrese McGrady, and Shady McGrady tying things up here, 30-30. Shady McGrady, Jamal Giddey, and Wendell Fields' chemistry is really coming on here in this series, man. Shady McGrady looked a bit lost at the end of the season for Hapoel Tel-Aviv. Couldn't really find his spots here for this Hapoel Tel-Aviv team. However, as long as he's been playing on this team, man, he's looking more and more comfortable in every game. And here in these playoffs, he's looking like he's trying to find his stride. They're running some more plays for him, and he's starting to get comfortable, man. I'm telling you, Tyrese McGrady was averaging over 25 at a certain point in the season. Tyon, ill, gotta count your pennies. What's going on, Psycho T? But back to McGrady, he was averaging over 25 at a point in the season. Tyon knocks down the second free throw, 31-30 in favor of Olimpia Milano. But as I was saying about Tyrese McGrady, definitely averages over 25 at a point in the season. Nice move and shot right there from Wendell Fields, going right at Tyon. But at the same time, when he got to Hapoel Tel-Aviv, he kind of slowed down. And now he's starting to get his footing. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Shady McGrady in these playoffs. Cole Caldwell with the steal, pushing it up the floor. Wild shot, though. Ill. But Shady McGrady on an offensive rebound, and he gets it out. Jamal Giddey, nice three-point look off the mark. DJ Watts pushing up the floor. He has Pessoa. Pessoa puts on a move, but runs right into a brick wall of Carl Keith. And Carl Keith does not let up in that paint. Doesn't give up any easy baskets. Wendell Fields gets it to Shady McGrady. Shady McGrady looking to put a move on. Good ball movement. Jamal Giddey off the mark from the three-point line, though. 1 for 6 tonight. And after the big game one, Jamal Giddey has gone cold, guys. 1 for 6. 3 points here in this second quarter. Nice move from Party Time Patrick Vince. But it is off the mark. McGrady with it. Pushing it up the floor. He gets it to Giddey. Good ball movement from HTA. HTA up by 1 here in this second quarter with 4 minutes left. Wendell goes for a 3, but Tyon all over that. Good defense from Psycho T. Use a point guard Tyon, man. He can pick his spots, and this kid has a lot of potential. Can't wait to see the career unfold for Psycho T, man. Like I said, just such a heady point guard, and one of those guys who's very dangerous in the playmaking and scoring department. So you can't go wrong with a guy like Psycho T, man. And he is a user guy, so you get them development additional bonuses as well. And boy, does this guy have a future ahead of him. Only his first season in the overseas tour and played very, very well, winning X Factor of the Year. And there goes my guy, Party Time Patrick Vince, out of Croatia, with the layup there, 33-32 in favor of the 1 seed Milano. Hapoel Tel-Aviv is going to call a timeout and talk things over. Both teams just really battling here in this first half. A lot of lead changes here in this one. And this is what you expect, man, in the playoffs. Anything is possible here in this overseas tour. Hapoel Tel-Aviv once again sneaking in at 4-7, getting that 4 seed. But they've also been really taking it to the 1 seed Milano, man. If you're new here, hit that subscribe. You're not going to want to miss any action here in the SBA. Big shout out to my guy Kobe Bomba in the building. My guy Kobe Bomba been MIA for a little while, but it's Always good to see him tuning into the chat. Kobe Bamba, a.k.a. Mongool Bamba, shooting guard for Anna Ephes in Strickland, knocking down the three-pointer to give Hapoel Tel Aviv a 2-point lead with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in its first half. Nice pick and roll action right there between Pessoa and Tyan. And this is what makes Tyan so dangerous right here, man. I told you. So effective in that pick and roll game. Is such a smart guy. Strickland trying to hit another three, but that one off the mark. Kennard Roden in transition. Tough move, and he is fouled, going to the line for 2. Big shout to my guy DJ Cannon, small forward for McGeetron in our high school series. DJ Cannon is not one of them. I'm telling you, that boy is him. That boy was turning up all camp long. He won the camp MVP. He was putting guys on ice all camp long. Go and check that out if you haven't already. Kennard Roden knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw on its way from Rodan. My main man from the motherland knocks it down. He's counting his pennies. Milano counting their pennies right now. 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 88%. Not the same for Hapoel Tel Aviv. They haven't been to the line much, and when they have went, the one trip down, it looks like, as they're only 0 for 2. They missed both. Beautiful move right there. Good poise. A way to get the shot that you wanted right there from Jamal Giddey. That was a beautiful move to tie things up at 37. Tyon off the pick and roll again. And off the sweet move. Another beautiful pass from Tyon. Getting a bit flashy there. The defense is forced to foul. And Pessoa is going to the line for 2. (38-37). First free throw is good for Rubens Pessoa. Second free throw off the mark from Pessoa. Ew. That one off the mark right there. Nice tough take. Bit of contact. But the refs are going to say that it's clean. Kennard Roden gets it to DJ Watts in that paint. And DJ Watts, as consistent as they come. Told you guys, get DJ Watts is a problem. A big one. Jamal Giddey, three-pointer off the screen. Ew. Hits off the front of the rim. You got to get a better shot than that. Tyon. Nice move in the lane. And Olimpia Milano is starting to cook, man. Hapoel Tel Aviv is falling flat here to end this second quarter. And Milano is trying to capitalize off of that. Nice shot right there from Giddey stepping in after missing that three-pointer. 1 for 6 from the three-point line. 3 for 9 on the night. Giddey steps in, takes the 2. And I like it. I like it. Sometimes you got to step in to catch the flow, man. Tyon looking to be aggressive. Good move, but Giddey with the good defensive effort. Giddey a decent defender as well. Stopping, popping from the three-point line. And I don't like that shot in transition right there from Giddey at all. Beautiful pass from Tyon to DJ Watts. Cole Codwell with the good defensive effort there, though. Part of me that actually wasn't Codwell. That was Hood. Good defense by Hood on that one. Strickland wants the screen from Hood now. Strickland gets the room he needs. And Swiss cheese. Nothing but net from the three-point line. Hapoel Tel Aviv right back in it. 42-42. And this one has been back and forth. The beautiful pass from Roden to DJ Watts. And that is super. That is superb right there. That was just a beautiful pass. And I'm telling you guys, Milano has so many weapons. That's why they were so dangerous. But Hapoel Tel Aviv trying to show that they could be very dangerous as well. With another lead change. This first half has been amazing, guys. You don't want to miss it. Roden off the screen gets it to Pessoa, who slams it home. 46-45, and let's see if Hapoel Tel-Aviv have another trick up their sleeve to end this half. Giddy. No luck. 7 seconds left. Can Milano extend this lead? DJ Watts takes matters into his own hands. Mid-range stop and pop. No good. Verney with the heave off the mark. And Milano is going into the half up 1. What a first half, guys. This action has been non-stop in this game. These playoffs have just been amazing, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let me get a hashtag OT1 in the chat. Let's go. SBA, turn me up. Playoff action has been litty all postseason long, man. And I'm loving it, man. I'm loving everything that's been going on. The community is growing. The community is present. We've been getting a good turnaround in most of these games. And let me get a hashtag 20 in the chat as we have hit our goal of 20 viewers again. So as we continue to grow here, we just hit 300 subscribers the other day. We hit the hashtag 20 viewers yet again. Yes, sir. The community has been really showing out. YouTube is starting to push us a lot more, and you gotta love it. Olimpia and Milano, man, just super tough. A lot of talent on this team, and you definitely seen that on display in this first half. Same thing for HTA, though. They've done a good job, as you can see, shocking us, going up 1-0, coming in as that 4th seed. But they are handling business, and they are in a dog fight here with the number 1 seed. 12.7 rebounds for DJ Watts Jr., the user, and then 10.6 rebounds and 3 assists for the user Jamal Giddy. Both of these teams going back and forth, but trust me, SBA community and all the fans out there, you don't want to miss this half. SBA, let me get those threes in the chat. Let's go. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. This is the fastest growing simulation league out there. And trust me, you don't want to miss anything. Follow us on Instagram at SBA.2KPV with the MIDI. And it is good. Swiss cheese, nothing but net. Patrick Vince starting a party early. And you know his slogan, ladies and gentlemen. It is hashtag party time. Let's see if he can continue party time in his second half. Wendell Fields with the beautiful alley-oop pass to Shady McGrady. And Shady McGrady with 9 points on 4 or 5 shooting. He's making it tough on Roden as well. I've been loving the effort from Shady McGrady. Really trying to make it tough on the vet Roden. 3-pointer off the mark. Hapoel Tel-Aviv pushing it up the floor. Cole Caldwell puts a move on Pessoa. And I like Cole Caldwell being aggressive in transition. And can he convert the old-fashioned three-point play? Check this out. Puts the ball on the ground, goes left to the offhand through contact. And there goes Cole Caldwell, the other piece that was traded from Real Madrid alongside Therese McGrady in that blockbuster trade midway through the season. But Cole Caldwell is truly talented, and that is on display tonight. 2 free throws, or 1 free throw coming from Cole Caldwell. And let's see if he can convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Free throw is up, and it is good. 50-48 in favor of Hapoel Tel-Aviv. Kennard Roden bringing it up the floor. Let's go. Kennard Roden, nice move in the lane. And that is why Kennard Roden is so dangerous through traffic. He's just so poised and moving at his pace, and that's what you call a definition of skipping through that lane for the Mobile 1 drive. It's a beautiful work of art right there, and a beautiful play call by HTA, and even better execution from Shady McGrady. Did you see how he slithered through the middle of those screens for that beautiful lane? But Kennard Roden bullying his way through and answering right back. This is some beautiful playoff basketball. Both small forwards going right at each other. They're both users as well, so you gotta love it. Wendell put Tyon down again, but couldn't finish. And Tyon answers back with a beautiful alley-oop pass going the other way. And DJ Watt slamming it home. Tyon always has a trick up his sleeve and other ways to answer. Doesn't need to score to answer guys back, because you see he's just such a smart, heady point guard. But Giddy just too good. Off the screen from the wing, and Giddy with the deep midi off the glass. That was nasty. This kid Giddy just has a bag on him. This kid Giddy super talented, and is that flagrant? Whoa. Calm down, Carl Keith, man. Kennard Roden, I need him on the SBA level. He's going to sell tickets, man. He's going to sell tickets somewhere in the SBA. Carl, chill. Need you to chill, man. I need my guy to get to the SBA. We got to get them tickets sold. Tripping. See some guys making fun of Giddy's hair, man. Giddy has stamped that look, though. He has stood on that look, and it just kind of grew on me because that kid has game. Kid Giddy has a lot of game, man. He can go deep into that bag. Baba TV saying he looks like an old blues singer. The SBA community is turned, and you gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Appreciate you, the 5 show. My boy Amari says, I love y'all boys. This is a family. This league helped me get through a lot. We appreciate you, Amari. I saw those grades too, but I had to get into this game, so I couldn't, speak on it. As soon as you get that report card, send it my way so we could get you that SC. My guy Amari, one of the most committed guys in the league, and he's a young guy, but trust me, this is one of the coolest kids you're ever gonna be around. And that's what I love about the SBA community. Good defense from HTA. And Wendell Fields gets it to McGrady from a decent look, but he misses. However, Cole Caldwell, the other evil twin in that trade that they received from Madrid. And boy, you gotta love the results of that trade if you're HTA. Because right now you're up 1-0 versus the #1 seed in the postseason. And who would have thought that Hapoel Tel Aviv would have turned things around like that after receiving those two guys? Caldwell gets the screen for Wendell. He denies the screen, puts up the 3, but good defense. Ooh, Keith though with the offensive rebound. What an effort from Carl Keith. He misses but gets his own rebound and finishes over Brad James. 56-60 in favor of Hapoel Tel Aviv, and HTA is not playing. They are trying to pull off the upset of the year. Tyon going to the hole strong, and Tyon gonna get fouled. I like that aggressive move right there. Wendell Fields is not happy with the ref on that call, but Tyon pointing out the ref like, thank you. And he's headed to the line for 2. Tyon has to count his pennies. Can't let Hapoel Tel Aviv take off. Night for Olimpia Milano. Tyon knocks down the free throw, 57-60. Milano making a few changes. PV saying I'm done. The ref missed 3 calls on me, but they call that 58-60 in favor of Hapoel Tel Aviv. And let's see, Hapoel Tel Aviv wants a timeout. They don't want to give Milano any chances of coming back in this game. Hapoel Tel Aviv is trying to bury the prey right now. They're in predator mode and they're trying to bury the prey. They're calling the timeout, trying to rock their prey to sleep. Then they're trying to seize it right here and go right back into attack mode. Keith off the inbound gets it to their guy Wendell Fields. Wendell Fields has been that go-to guy. Therese McGrady trying to find his footing and find his role in here, but he's definitely been finding it in the postseason. Nice mid-range look, but off the mark. And I think, I'm comfortable with that look right there from McGrady. It's not a forced 3, a nice little midi, And you gotta make that if you're Fields, man. Fields cannot afford to miss that shot. Tie the game with that one. Gotta knock that one down. That was very unfortunate right there from Milano. Trying to get it to Shady McGrady. But defense all over. Wendell Fields still elects to take a shot. And that one clanking off the back of the rim. Kennard Roden pushing it up on Shady McGrady. But a good defensive effort from Tyrese McGrady in this one. I've been liking what I'm seeing from the young Tyrese McGrady. But a beautiful pass from my guy, Jamal Giddey, the assist leader for the year. Throwing yet another dime. And that's why this kid is so dangerous. But Roden with a nice pass of his own. Brad James smoking the TV. Oh my God, Brad James, you gotta finish that one. And Giddey being aggressive on the other end earned himself a trip to the line for 2. PV called with the foul. Roden coaching him up a bit. PV saying, I'm trying to close the gap, man. These guys are just pushing up the floor too quick. Nobody's cutting the ball off. 58-62, Hapoel Tel Aviv with a chance here to extend this lead. And let's see if Jamal Giddey can count his pennies. Free throw is up and it is good. 63-58. Can Giddey count both of these? Let's see. Second free throw on its way. Back of the rim. Giddey off the mark. So he splits at the line. 63-58. And now Roden looking to be aggressive. Roden gets it to Brad James. Brad James aggressive in the paint and smokes the finish again. Brad James getting some decent looks, just not executing. And Wendell Fields now says, give me the rock when you slow it down. 9 seconds left. They get it to Shady McGrady. Shady McGrady trying to put a move on PV. Now elects to pass it out to Wendell. Wendell misses, but Brad James steps on the line after corralling the rebound. And Brad James just unfortunate series of events here for Brad James in the last 2 minutes. Smoking a couple of layups and then stepping out of bounds right there. Brad James, man, not making his teammates happy. That was a beautiful look right there from Wendell Fields. But poor execution. And a beautiful pass right there from Kennard Roden. And Brad James smokes the finish again. Oh my God, Brad James is completely selling in the last 2.5 minutes. Chad Keith pick and pop right there with Wendell Fields. Beautiful play, poor execution once again. And Kennard Roden gets it to Brad James again, and Brad James slamming it home that time to ensure the 2. He needed that. He needed that one, had to dunk that one. Strickland trying to put a move on Brad James now. He thought that Brad James was the weak link, but Brad James with a good defensive effort right there. Kennard Roden down on the other end. Had a good look, but Fields with the good defense on the help, sending that right back. Barker with the rock. Barker putting the move on. Fields doesn't like that. But Fields gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and the ref says that's a bit too aggressive. Shout out to my guy Duke Spliff in the building, a.k.a. Alvin Mack. Duke. Of course, he's the small forward of the SBA Select. The best team in the series. Don't want to toot our horn too much. But Hood, nice move in the paint off the mark. Dean with the rebound. Dean pushing it up the floor. Dean with the rock. Let's see what Dean has. Dean gets it to Roden. Roden to James. James in the paint. James mismatch, and he has to finish against a smaller guy like that. And after Brad James baited a couple times, scores a couple baskets, he has 10 on the night. 62-63. Milano really closed the gap, but let's see if they can come all the way back. Hood now, good ball movement Beautiful play right there, and Wendell Fields executing. HTA has made 6 more threes than Milano in this game, and they are up by 4 right now with 1:50 left in this third quarter. Another pick and pop right there, but good defense from HTA, and HTA has really played tremendous in this playoffs. Wendell Fields, the little guy with the big time slam, and he flexes on Milano to get his hometown crowd into this one. 62-68, and you gotta love the effort from Wendell Fields in this one. PV from the parking lot, ill. That shot is no good, and PV trying to make a big shot to give his team some momentum, but that one might have hurt them as Wendell Fields throws a beautiful pass, but off the mark. Morris can't cash the check. Morris stopping the momentum, and now is that Dean or Carney going to the line for 2? Believe it is Dean. Yes, it is. First free throw is up, and it is good. Dean making this 5-point game. PV getting sent to the bench for that deep 3 in transition. Not sure why he took that. He can hit that. Second free throw good. 64-68. 4-point game. And is that Baker or was that Strickland? That was Barker actually off the screen for a 3. And HTA's bench guys and role players even stepping up. It is not looking too well for Olimpia Milano here in this third quarter. But Kennard Roden got a decent look and misses as well. Not a good sign when your ace has gone cold as well. So the rest of the team not really faring well, and then the ace going cold. Keith, offensive board, he's fighting. Almost got a second offensive rebound after Strickland missed that easy 3 in the corner. Strickland has to make that if they want to bury this Milano team. But Psycho T still not feeling himself in these postseason play as he misses that Bernie 3-pointer to end the third. And SBA community, let me get those 4s in the chat. HTA really taking it to Olimpia Milano. It's been all Wendell Fields as you see him flexing. Can HTA close out the number 1 seed here at home? Can HTA shock the world? They came into this postseason 4-7, just snuck in by the skin of their teeth, but they now have a chance here to shock the world and beat the number 1 seed. Baba TV asking, will this be a bigger upset than the Virtus Barcelona? And this will absolutely be a bigger upset than Virtus and Barcelona. Milano only lost 1 game all season. So for them to lose 2 back-to-back to start the playoffs would be crazy. Giddy trying to put a move on Tyon. Got in, almost finished that. But off the mark, good defensive effort right there from Olimpia Milano and company. Psycho T with the rock. They're trying to go through DJ Watts, and that is not a bad strategy. DJ Watts missing the first one, but finishing his breakfast on the second attempt. 66-71 in favor of Tel Aviv. Jamal Giddy gets it to Shady McGrady, and Shady knocking down the midi. 66-73, man. HTA really just taking it right to Milano. Peeves 3, and party time Patrick Vince closing the gap with a 3-pointer on that one. 69-73 for party time Patrick Vince and company. Giddy gets it to Shady. Shady trying to put a move on PV. Shady with the step back. Shady ISO. 5 seconds left on the clock. He wants the ISO now. Gets it to Strickland in the corner. Not a bad pass. Cole Codwell gets the offensive rebound. And Cole Caldwell fouled by DJ Watts. I like the effort from Cole Caldwell and Chad Keith. I was telling guys to end that season that Cole Caldwell and Chad Keith is a big man duo to watch. You cannot sleep on that duo of bigs. Chad Keith is a force on the interior defensively, and then Cole Caldwell reminds me of like a Serge Ibaka. You know, definitely a decent defender, but really comfortable in that stop and pop, pick and pop range, and really can put the ball on the floor as well. Cole Caldwell, just very versatile big man, good size, both in weight and height, and could definitely give any big man an issue on any given night. The guys in the chat called Chad Keith Chief Keith. little community nickname for him. Good defense by Chad Keith on DJ Watts, and I told you, man, he's a tough big. He's been, DJ Watts, nobody's gonna really contain a guy like DJ Watts, but Chad Keith has been doing a good job of not just letting them completely take over the game. And Fields off the screen, leaning three, good. Wendell Fields has been taking it to Psycho T all series long. And much like the older guy, Michael Simmons, chin checked the younger Jerry in the playoff series that we seen from Barca and Virtus, we see the more experienced Wendell Fields socking it right to the young 19-year-old point guard, Tyon Nickerson. Yes, Tyon and Jerry are very, very talented 19-year-old point guards. Showed us a lot of potential. But when it comes to these guys, Wendell Fields and Mike, they're just too polished, man. These are true professionals. They've been on the scene for a little while longer, and they've been taking it right to these younger point guards in the postseason, man. That age and experience really showing to be a big factor here in the postseason. And that's what I love about, man, the SBA, man. The stories really write themselves. Anything is possible here in our league. And we are simulation, AI versus AI style gameplay. And you gotta love it. Tyon, stop and pop on a midi, no good. Wendell Fields. Fields to Shady McGrady. Let's see, McGrady slowing it down. McGrady with the rock. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to have to heave one up. No, gets it to Strickland. Strickland for three. And Strickland right in the face of Kennard Roden, knocking it down 80-69. And Milano's going to have to wake up, or this thing is going to be over. Good defense by Wendell to cut him off. Psycho Tito with the offensive rebound. And now Psycho T trying to show a bit of aggression, man. Tough offensive rebound and a tough take to the rim. Earned himself a trip to the line for two, but that was a beautiful shot, man, from Strickland. But I love the effort from Psycho T, man. The point guard going to get an offensive rebound, and these are the type of plays that you need down the stretch when you're trying to get the lead back, when you're trying to avoid elimination. That's the effort that you have to play with. Second free throw is good from Tyon as well to draw his team within 9. Can't count Olimpia Milano out yet, guys. Wendell Fields with the rock. Wendell gets it to McGrady. Shady McGrady gets a beautiful look, but it is off the mark. And Cole Caldwell with the offensive rebound and finish. 12 points on 5 of 7 from the field. And they do not have an answer for Chad Keith and Cole Caldwell in that paint, man. Tyon off the screen, calling his own number, but off the mark. Pessoa with the offensive rebound, though. And I'm seeing Milano getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Let's see if that helps them. Psycho T off the screen, but turned over. Great defense from Wendell Fields. I'm telling you, Wendell Fields have been a step ahead of Tyon in this series on both ends of the floor. And a beautiful move in the paint, but good defense by Tyon. However, another offensive rebound from Keith, and Caldwell has a mismatch with Roden on him. Misses But Keith with another offensive board, man. Keith got another offensive rebound. Too bad he couldn't finish. But I'm telling you, Keith and Caldwell are having their way in the paint. Giddy called for the blocking foul. But it's going to stay on the floor. There's no one's in the bonus. I'm telling you, look at Keith, man. Catching that block. Keith just terrific, man. And help defense. Just really terrific in the paint. Milano trying to escape this big time upset here in round one. Tyon for three. No good from Psycho T. He has 9 points on the night. Shooting under 30%. And Wendell Fields has made it very, very tough for the young point guard all series long. Shady McGrady trying to put a move on Roden. Gets Roden in the air and then draws the foul. Therese McGrady going to the line for two to extend this lead. Pessoa is not happy with that foul call at all. But HTA is really giving it their all out there. They're leaving everything on the floor to come away with this upset. And right now it is looking good. They are up 11 points with 5:23 left, so you can't count Milano out completely. But you definitely could give a shout out to the effort here by HTA in a closeout game up 1-0. Really taking it to the 1 seed in this one. Second free throw on its way from Shady. Good. He counts both pennies. 71-84. And Shady McGrady has found his stride here in Hapoel Tel Aviv in this postseason. Gotta love it. Kennard Roden with the beautiful move. But still, tough defense. Shady McGrady making Kennard Roden take some tough shots, man. We know Kennard Roden can hit that. But McGrady not making it easy on him. And then McGrady still in attack mode on the other end. And even though he didn't make that, I like the shot selection. I love the play call by the coach at HTA. Really getting his guys in the spots that they want. Roden off the screen from James. Let's see what Roden wants to do with it. 4 seconds left. Roden in the lane. And McGrady's going to pick up his second foul. Third team foul for Hapoel Tel Aviv here in this fourth quarter. 4 minutes and 42 seconds left. Milano has to start chipping at this lead now, or it can be fatal. 12 viewers live, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. SBA community. Can I get a hashtag OT1 in the chat? The Overseas Tour 1 has been one to watch. And man, this postseason has not disappointed here in the Overseas Tour 1. This postseason has truly been a joy to watch. Here we have a 4 seed that snuck in at 4-7, beating a number 1 seed who only lost 1 game throughout the season. Olimpia Milano went 10-1 on the season, but they are facing elimination in this game. Almost could be swept here against Hapoel Tel Aviv in this playoff matchup. 73-84. Jamal Giddy, good ball movement. Shady McGrady with the slam over Kennard Roden, and Tyrese McGrady really coming on strong here in these playoffs, and you gotta love it from the young Shady McGrady. Whoa, still, what a defensive effort. Wendell Fields on the break, step back midi. Pessoa is all over it though. And Pessoa, what a defensive effort right there after a big-time steal. 2 very big-time defensive plays for both teams right there. The Hapoel Tel Aviv, man, up 13 with 4 minutes left. And they got to love the position that they're in. Pessoa, 3-pointer off the mark. And this is a bad sign for Olimpia Milano as Hapoel Tel Aviv is ringing. Cole Caldwell tried to force the pass in, but Tyon Nickerson was all over it. Tyon with a move that freezes up Wendell and a beautiful floater. What a move from Psycho T. He just froze Wendell with that move and then kissed that floater off the glass. That was a beautiful play right there from Tyon Nickerson. It looks like Wendell's trying to answer right back. Pick and roll action. And Cole Caldwell, man, the weapons of Hapoel Tel Aviv really just showing up in the playoffs. How do you stop Cole Caldwell and Wendell Fields in a pick and roll setting? How? So dangerous. Wendell can shoot it from anywhere off of the screen, mid-range, can kill you from 3 levels, and then so can Cole Caldwell. He can pick and pop you from the 3, pick and pop you from the mid-range. Then he can slash, making it so tough. Those 2 7-footers down low, and he's keeping the possession alive right on key. Cole Caldwell with the effort to keep the ball on this end. And Hapoel Tel Aviv trying to get the big upset. Therese McGrady with the big time 3. 20 points on the night for Shady McGrady. 91-75. Oh my God. Whoa. Can Hapoel Tel Aviv pull it off and send the #1 seed Olimpia Milano home in the first round? Oh my God. Therese McGrady was traded mid-season with Cole Caldwell. Beautiful move from Kennard Rodan, my main man from the motherland. That was a big-time move from a big-time player right there. And let's stops that's needed to go alongside the offensive efforts from their stars to try to trim into this lead. Tyon with a 3-pointer. Stop and pop. And hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Don't call games so fast. As Milano now trying to put something together with 2 minutes left. 80-91. The guys in the chat is saying it's a wrap. But now Milano is now trying to do something. Therese McGrady put Roden down. And then he's drew the foul. Oh my God. Shout out to my guy Thaddeus Hill in the building, stopping by to show support. My guy Thaddeus Hill, #2 ranked player in the country in our high school series. If you haven't already, go check out that top 30 camp for the high school series. Here in the SBA, we cover all grounds and all levels of basketball, man. High school, college, overseas, and then the pros, our version of the NBA, which is the SBA. Be sure to subscribe and also follow us on IG at SBA.2K. It is your boy Kamish Moolah. And let me get a hashtag our league in the chat from the community members. Shady McGrady. First free throw is good to put his team within 12. And the guys are already throwing the brooms in the chat. Whoa, they said the guys are saying that it is over for Olimpia Milano in this first round. Now let's see if that holds true. 80-92 in favor of Hapoel Tel Aviv. Ew. The free throw off the mark by McGrady, but Chad Keefe gets the offensive rebound and he is fouled. Oh my God, this has to be a nightmare for Olimpia Milano. How do you let Chad Keefe get that rebound? How? Chad Keefe now going to the line with a chance to put his team up 14 points with 1:40 left here in this closeout game. Chad Keefe knocks the free throw down 93-80. Can he knock the second free throw down? Free throw is up and it is no good. Brad James on the board, gets it out to Tyon. Tyon with the rock. Tyon trying to get something going. Float in the lane, off the mark. Rebounded by Keefe. And with 1:20 left, it is looking like Giddy is going to run out this clock. Giddy, three-pointer off the mark, but Chad Keefe putting the icing on the cake. 95-80. Olimpia Milano is looking like they're going to suffer the fatal fate of elimination. Tyon trying to get something going, but the defense suffocating them. And with 50 seconds left, Hapoel Tel Aviv has done it. Hapoel Tel Aviv has snuck in at 4-7, the 4th seed, and they have eliminated Olimpia Milano in this one. PV says, I'm in pain. Tyon with the layup that is not going to mean anything. And with 16 seconds left in this game, it is over, guys. Shady McGrady, the player of the game in my eyes. It got to either be one of those bigs. It either got to be Keefe or McGrady. But McGrady owned the 4th quarter, and I'm going to give it to him. Let me get a hashtag HTA in the chat, as they have done it. They have done it. Hapoel Tel Aviv has done it. They have pulled off the big-time upset here at home, and there goes the Conference Player of the Year, Kennard Roden. Really upset. The confetti coming down here at home. And Carl Keefe gets the New Balance Player of the Game. This guy, Carl Keefe, was dialed in from the tip-off, man. And you cannot deny a guy like Carl Keefe. Played big time in this one. 11 points for Keefe, 23 rebounds and 2 blocks. He owned the interior, man. He was really thugging Brad James and DJ Watts. But it's not Brad James and DJ Watts' fault, man. Those guys have 2 7-footers. They have Cole Caldwell and Chad Keefe. So, you know, it's going to be a tough feat for anyone. But Tyrese McGrady, 23 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. He got it going at the right time. 9 for 15, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. And Tyrese McGrady really putting it together at the perfect time. What a storyline for him. He's going to the conference championship after a roller coaster of a ride. Whoa, what a season for HTA. And I can't believe that they have sent the 10-1 Olimpia Milano home. Wendell Fields, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Didn't shoot it too efficiently, but he did enough to get his team the victory. So that's all you can ask for. Cole Caldwell, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. The other 7-footer alongside Chad Keefe having himself a night. Again, he was the other half of that trade with Tyrese McGrady, which sent JT Carter and Toscano to Madrid and these guys to HTA. And you gotta love the decision. The guy who pulled off that trade, the exec who made that trade happen, has to be exec of the year, because look at the payout. These guys are going to the conference championship after going 4-7 on the season. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists for Jamal Giddey. 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 9 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And not a good shooting night from him either, but did everything else his team needed of him, and he gets the victory. Carl Keefe, Carl Keefe, 11 points, 23 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 5 of 9 from the field. And boy, did he own that paint. He was down low having his way, whether it was DJ Watts, Brad James, Ruben Pessoa. He was doing his thing. Garrett Strickland, 9 points, 3 threes on 3 for 10 shooting for him. Let's go to the other side before we get into these highlights. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists for Kennard Roden. He tried all he could. Maybe should have taken things into his own hands a little more. But, didn't elect to do that and suffered the ultimate consequence. Kennard Roden been good all season long, but his season's going to end here in his first round. Tyon Nickerson, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 5 of 17 from the field for Tyon, 1 for 16 from the three-point line. Shot the ball a lot more in this game, just not effectively. Couldn't get it done. And wow, HTA really pulled it off. DJ Watt, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 7 of 14 from the field. And I'm telling you, man, they got to play through DJ Watts a little more. They have to play through DJ Watts a little more. It was definitely tough on DJ Watts because, he's going against 2 7-footers. He's getting bullied down there, having to deal with 2 7-footers. Pessoa is, not that big of a guy. So it really was just DJ Watts down low. And I think that performance took a toll on him. It would take a toll on anybody having to bang down low with those 2, big guys. I did see him get subbed out early. Not sure if that was for injury or just performance reasons. You got those 2 7-footers down there just having their way with him. I think that Milano coach was just trying to figure something out, trying to maybe spread the floor, get the guards a little more space because it wasn't working with DJ Watts down there by himself against those 2 7-footers. And, yeah, man, it was just very tough. Brad James tried all he could, double effort, 10 points, 12 rebounds, 4 of 8 shooting, but just not enough. Ruben Pessoa as well, 7 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 9 from the field, but just not enough, man. Just not enough. I got you, Olin, on the stats. Let me get these 3-pointers. I'm definitely going to do it for both sides. Let me get a hashtag stats in the chat for my guy, Olin. For these playoffs, he's on My Stats Online. We're trying something new, and I think that it should be easier for him. But big shout out to Olin, man, because he was doing it the hard way for a long time, man, and he was unwavered, unbothered. And that's the type of effort we need here to continue growing, man. Olin is that guy. Trust me. Olin is that guy. Olin is that guy. He said he needed to see some more stuff from Hood. And make sure he got everything he needs. There we go. And now we can get into some of these highlights, guys. What a game. Therese McGrady with the dagger right there. And then that big time slam. Therese McGrady really took it right at Olin. Used the momentum of his hometown crowd. Of his home crowd. And just the energy in this arena tonight was just electric. They knew they had a chance to do something special, taking out the #1 seed, and everybody in the organization came prepared, from role player to staff to every fan in the building did their part to help Hapoel Tel-Aviv get this win. And boy, was this big time. I can't believe it, man. These OT1 playoffs have been amazing, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the series finish out, man. Select definitely on top. These Milano guys did all of that talking to lose in the first round. And now I just hope that they just watch us collect this ring, because we're definitely collecting this ring now, man. There's no way we're about to lose to anyone else. We're coming, man. We coming prepared, too. Yeah, we're coming prepared on the select, man. All my select guys, let me get a hashtag select in the chat. My select guys is not coming to play. Trust me. We are not coming to play, guys. The 1 seed Milano lost. And we up 1-0 right now versus Monaco. We about to close the show versus Monaco, man, to move on to that next round. It should be smooth sailing. Therese McGrady rubbing it in the chat. Taking a page out of Tyon book saying everybody want to act tough when they up. Milano was talking all season long. PV and Tyon wasn't being humble. When the playoffs started to swing around, PV and Tyon was chatting all day. And now they have to suffer the ultimate fate of defeat and elimination, as they will be going home to Milano with an L. Good season, man. But the postseason is where you win the championships. The best regular season team. Milano was the best regular season team. However, they was not able to cash the check in the postseason. And Tyrese McGrady, man, that was the knockout punch right there. That one really put Tyon out. Everybody want to act tough when they're up. DJ Watts, man, a great big all overseas tour long. Put in the work in the off season, off the court. Put in the work on the court, and he is going to make an organization and the SBA very happy. Shall he elect for the draft? Patrick Vince. It's going to be amazing to see what a lot of these guys do. A lot of these user guys and generics, man, have a decision to make. Who's going to enter that SBA draft? Of course, we got the college series finished. The overseas regular season finished. Now we're closing in on the overseas. Going to declare who's going to get called to the combine and what 168 players are going to get their name called to be our first, very SBA players here in season 1, man. Been loving all the activity and how we grew this league so fast. And as we close in and close the gap, getting closer to our first pro season, I am excited, guys. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Team comparison before we get out of here. I showed everybody, right? Yeah, I showed everybody. Olin saying he's taking the Olimpia guys out for a drink. Those guys had one heck of a season. Yes, they did. Big shout out to all you guys staying in tune with me all game long. Appreciate all the activity, fellas. We've really been ramping it up. YouTube is starting to push us tremendously, and I love the effort from each and every one of our league members and community members. Big shout out to all you guys that tuned in. It is your boy Kamish Moolah, and we truly appreciate the love here in the SBA. Let me get a hashtag our league before we get out of here. HTA came to play. I think it was their defense and lack of execution from Milano offensively that ultimately got them to win. But I will credit it to Hapoel Tel-Aviv's defense, because it's hard to get by those 2 7-footers in the paint, man. And then Wendell Fields is a tough guy in the two-way up top. So I think, they really just getting things to gel here at the end of the season. And you gotta love it, man. Shout out to Hapoel Tel-Aviv, man, for the big-time victory here at home. And shout out to all of the SBA fans out there, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and night out. We're going to keep the content going. It's your boy Kamish Moolah, and I am out. Peace.